you've been practicing almost 50 years, have you not?
Well, it's 45.
Ah, well, I will be fit. I will have practiced 50 years on September 22nd. And it's easy for me to remember that because it's my birthday. I was sworn in on my birthday of all things. So it's easy to remember. Where'd you go to law school, Don?
University of Tulsa.
Really? And so you got, what, 77 when you graduated?
I graduated in 77, spring of 77.
There you go. The math's correct.
Yeah.
And what kind of a practice? Give us a short description of the history of your practice. How'd you start out?
Well, I think I probably started out like most brand new lawyers start out. I did everything. I did criminal cases, criminal defense, divorce cases, small claims, you name it. And I was glad to get the trial experience at that time. And over the years, I gradually got into more complex civil lawsuits, civil litigation, still do a lot of employment law, and again, a lot of disputes between companies and organizations over contracts and various things like broken promises and things that cause people to want to go to court.
Sounds like a door practice, anything that comes in the front door, right?
That's pretty accurate.
Well, and if you don't do it, you have somebody else in your firm. You have 84 attorneys, you told me?
I think that's just about right.
Oh, good. And are they all in Oklahoma? You used to have some people up in Colorado too, didn't you?
Kent, we have an office in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, and we've had an office in Denver for quite a while.
Really? So you're pretty widespread practice then.
We have, as you know, law has become so specialized, and then you have subspecialties within legal specialties. And so we have a lot of lawyers and a lot of specialists.
Right. You were telling me earlier when we spoke some weeks ago, I guess, about a case that you tried in federal court here some years ago that you were particularly proud of. Do you remember which case that was?
No, I tried several cases to juries. I think maybe the one that I mentioned to you was that here in the Tulsa Federal Court, which is called the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Oklahoma, I tried a case under the Americans with Disabilities Act. That's
the case that you talked about.
And
what was unusual about that?
Well, the verdict was the act was passed, I believe, in 1991 or 92, when I believe then President Bush signed the brand new Americans with Disabilities Act. And so I'm pretty sure that the jury verdict here in the Tulsa Federal Court was the very first jury verdict brought under the Americans with Disabilities Act. There's been a lot of cases filed since then, a lot of jury verdicts, but now I believe that was the first one in 1994.
Because I've been practicing 50 years, I've tried over 100 jury trials in my career. Have you had about the same experience?
No, about half that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've tried 2 cases every year on the average for 50 years. Anyhow, your firm is a very broad spectrum firm, correct?
We do, with some exceptions, we do a lot of different areas of law.
Well, I know you have some bankruptcy lawyers over there, right?
We do.
And some banking lawyers. Do you guys do any of your people do banking law also?
We represent some banks, and we have some lawyers who are called bankruptcy trustees that the court appoints to serve the court in special capacities. And yeah, we're involved in the business litigation, the business world, and transactions, not just lawsuits, but business transactions where companies acquire another company, maybe dissolve a company, make some big changes. And we try to do what we can. And then there are certain areas that we don't have specialists in, and we refer those clients out.
In fact, you referred a case to me one time called Moore versus Chrysler Corporation. Do you remember that case?
Not right now.
Well, he was a highway patrolman that was severely injured in an accident down on the Red River, and nobody in your firm wanted it, so you sent it to me, and I got him over $700,000 in a settlement with Chrysler Corporation. I thought it was worth, and then I shared some of the money with you. So you made some money off of that too. So,
Well, that's a good thing. I do remember Randy Moore.
Yes, correct. He was severely injured when the back came off the seat in his patrol car during a 100-mile-an-hour chase. Anyhow,
I believe that was a Crown. I believe that was a Crown Vic that he was driving. That the back seat came out.
No, it was a Chrysler. Okay. No, it was a. The federal judge says, Morlan, how are you going to prove that the car was intended for that use? And I said, well, it was a black and white police special, Judge. What else do I have to do? Anyhow, this is a crazy business that you and I have been in, but you're actively practicing, and I am too, of course. But the purpose of this was to let you introduce yourself on YouTube, and that's where I'll put this with your permission after you look at it. And so that if people find it and they want to hire you or somebody in your firm, what telephone number should they call?
Probably the best way to start is just call our general number, which is area code 918-587-3161. And just ask to talk to a lawyer. If they remember my name, ask for Don. I'm the only Don here, but if they call our general number, that's 918-587-3161. I'm sure we can get them into the hands of a lawyer.
You also have a website, do you not, like everybody else?
We do, at riggsabney.com.
And how's that Riggs and Abney spelled?
Riggs is R-I-G-G-S, Abney, A-B-N-E-Y, riggsabney.com.
Great. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today. It's been a great pleasure. You have a great day. Stay well.
Thank you, Kent. Thanks for the opportunity.
All right. I'm through recording on my end. How did you think that went?
Great. Great.
Well, we'll see what it looks like.
I'd forgotten about Randy Moore, and I'd forgotten about that ADA case. I'm glad you brought him up, because maybe that'll be of some interest.
Well, it's just, this is a form of marketing that I'm working on. Yeah. And I will tell you that I will do this for any member of your firm.
Oh, okay.
Anybody who wants to be out on the internet and get some business. By the way, did you know there are only 5 kinds of lawyers?
Tell me.
Alcoholics, drug addicts, mentally ill, incompetents, and criminals.
Well, now you missed the opportunity to say that on YouTube.
Yeah, I did. But here's the real 5 kinds. Government lawyers, judges, and prosecutors, and people like that. They don't want business. They get paychecks. They got jobs. Second category, corporate staff attorneys. People work for Ford, Walmart, Amazon, whoever. Same thing. Third one are commercial lawyers. These are lawyers that are in private practice but want to represent General Motors and Ford and Bank of Oklahoma, which I know one of the banks you represent. The fourth kind are wholesalers. And the wholesalers of the bar are the insurance defense lawyers, the Atkins and Haskins and those people, right? Rhodes Anonymous and the like. Yeah. And the last category, there's 1.4 million, give or take 100,000 lawyers in the United States, and half of them are retailers. And what I mean by that is they represent humans. They do family law, criminal defense, plaintiff personal injury, juvenile, wills, trusts, and estates, and that sort of thing. And that 700,000 of them, and that they make their living by representing people. And if their phone isn't ringing with new business all the time, and I'm sure you guys fret about this yourselves, that you have to generate new business constantly because you're working your way out of your inventory all the time.
Right.
And with 84 lawyers, I have a suspicion that you got $1 million a month payroll, probably.
It's about 200 employees, probably over 200 employees, and every 2 weeks they expect a paycheck, and they're entitled to it. So, yeah, the overhead is, and then you keep the lights on, and you pay your malpractice insurance, and yeah, and their firm's bigger than us, obviously, and then you get into the coasts and the Dallas, Houston, Chicago firms and international. Their overhead must be breathtaking. Hey, Kent, by the way, and I'm gonna invite, if it's okay, I'm gonna invite other lawyers to contact you, other lawyers in our firm. If someone asks you, and that you may have run into this, well, is it ethical for me to do this? I was a little concerned about doing this only because I just don't want to run afoul of anything. So I called the Bar Ethics Council, Richard Stevens, here a couple of weeks ago, and he said, I told him it's for YouTube. It'll be out there. He's just going to interview me. And is that ethically okay? He said, yes, it's ethically fine. You can talk about your firm. You can give your phone number and all that. So you're welcome to tell people that the OBA Ethics Council has approved this format and this type of thing. And
it wouldn't be any different than being interviewed on local TV or CNN or Fox News. It's all the same thing.
I agree, but I just want to make sure that it was past ethical muster, and it does. So if you care to tell anybody that, you can quote him.
Spread the word in your firm. If those people really are doing a retail practice, and they want people to call and hire them, I will be happy to interview them. It'll be similar format. Just a short introduction, where you go to law school, what do you do? And then they get to pick the subject. I don't pick the subject that we talk about in these interviews. You control the subject.
Well, that's a good opportunity right there to just have a little bit of control over the narrative. So Kent, it's good. And I will put out an email to all my folks, and I'll actually encourage them to do it because it's a good thing.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. You have a great day and a great weekend. Stay cool.
You too. Thanks.
Okay. Goodbye.